Oh yeah, it's double organic.
Thanks so much for tuning in for your daily dose of vitamin D. And don't forget to get your 6 aspects of health every day. Say it with me now. Earth, air, fire, water, work, rest. Did you get it? Good. You might watch my videos and you might think, John, there's a raw food diet. You make it so easy. It's so easy for you. But for me, it's not the same. I've got this job. It's hard. I've got kids. I've got this. I've got that.
Well, let me tell you, Sonny.
Yeah, my life is centered around me being healthy. But it wasn't always that way. Before, I was a health coach and personal trainer and future chiropractor of the world. I was a commercial diver and a CNC operator. When I was raw for less than 1 year, with no real experience on that lifestyle, I was working a job that either had me driving all over the place to different job sites, something different all the time, or I was on nights doing CNC, working 12 hours a day. I had no support group or no community. I had no experience. I was alone in that endeavor back then. And by the way, 6 years ago when I first started this, there was like 1% of the information that's out there on raw foods that there is now. Like now there's so much information. Being raw is so easy, and back then it was like, it was pretty new. And then imagine what it would have been like for people 30 years ago who were just starting out on this path. And back then, I did it all on my own. This was 6 years ago, and save for a couple YouTube videos here and there and some forums, there wasn't that much support. So let me tell you about a few experiences on these jobs, what I ate and what my beginnings sort of looked like. As a commercial diver, I had pretty sporadic work. I had to drive, 2 hours here, 1 hour there, all over the place. It was always a different spot. And I'm a bit of a creature of habit, so it didn't make it easy to have like this routine. And yeah, you gotta go to the water, because that's where the work is. You gotta dive in the water. There was one time we worked a job diving in poop. We dove in poop. Yeah. Anyway, most of my time eating was the drive there, and so I'd like slice up oranges and have them slice in the car, and I just kind of like eat those, and wasn't super easy. Or I might arrive there a little bit early and cut open a watermelon and eat it with a spoon, but I didn't have a very good system to get like a lot of calories in me on those active days. I wish I knew how to make like a nice smoothie and put greens in there and soak chia seeds and this and that and have this really satisfying smoothie, but I wouldn't put greens in my smoothies back then. I could not even eat greens when I first went raw. I didn't eat greens until I was like 20 years old when I first went vegetarian. Like, yeah. Crazy. I basically, maybe ate a bit of watermelon, ate some oranges, and mostly ate dates, and that's just dried fruit. Eating a lot of dates, not good. Don't do it. Eat them very sparingly. As a CNC operator, I worked 12 hours a day. It was basically get up, grab some stuff for the day, go to work, go home, sleep, because you get home at like 8 o'clock at night, wake up, do it all again, repeat, and it would be 3.5 days on, 3.5 days off, 3 months days, 3 months nights. And when you're on those nights, like you'd see the sun for a couple hours a day if you're lucky. It was really depressing. I would maybe grab like 12 bananas and stick it in a Tupperware container, and grab some other stuff, some dates, maybe slice some oranges up in a little container, ride to work, hope it doesn't get too bruised up, and eat that. And sometimes it was good, sometimes it was pretty bruised, and it was just like, oh man, these bananas are bruised. And I really wish that what I knew now, I knew back then, because it would have been like a breeze. Minus the nights. Those really sucked. Eventually on nights, because like no one was there, I would bring this blender in, and I just left it there. And so I left this blender there, on a shelf somewhere, and every night I'd be able to like grab it and hook this blender up and blend up my smoothie, and it was alright. But yeah, old blender, kind of a chunky smoothie. Over time I did learn to pack enough food, but I mean, the night shifts were just bad, and sometimes you actually weren't even that hungry. But yeah, like I said, night shifts were bad, underslept, tired. I remember like, we're like, huh? Oh yeah, I'm awake. I didn't drink coffee, but yeah, I felt alright. There were some really tired times in the early transition. It was just messed up time being awake, like completely 12 hours opposite. But yeah, real lack of sun, which sucked. So you can scratch that aspect of health off pretty much. I did exercise biking there and back, so I biked a little bit, but my martial arts training, you know, like you just didn't have energy for much more. You were pretty zombie mode. And like I said, I didn't really enjoy lettuce. Actually, I gagged on it, but I would still eat it here and there as much as I could, and I would slowly develop some better recipes, and now I'm like a recipe master. And sometimes I wouldn't enjoy the fruit as much, you know, the bananas are bruised, but I just like eat them anyway, and so I was pretty determined to be raw, but you don't have to rely on complete determination. There's so many ways to actually make it easy, like really simple recipes that make it super easy to just love the food. Nowadays, every meal I eat, I'm just like pure bliss. And if it would have been so much easier back then if the meals I'm eating now and have the knowledge to create effortlessly, if I knew that back then, it would have been great. And that's why I do what I do now, you know. I want to teach people how to easily be raw. So, to recap, what I wish that I knew when I was on nights was just how to make like a really nutritionally dense smoothie. One where I wouldn't be able to taste the greens, but it'd be like super tasty. Like I make these chocolatey smoothies, actually they have carob, not cacao. And I got chia and hemp and lettuce and lots of really nutritionally packed things in there, in addition to the bananas and berries and other stuff. And that like satisfies me for so long. I just wish I knew how to whip that up quick in the morning and take that kind of stuff with me, because it's so much more compact and easy to travel with. And then you don't have the social issues of like sitting down in the lunchroom and thump, smacking down a container of 12 bananas and it just smells like bananas in the room. And I wish I had some better recipes overall, like the ones that are on my website for free or in my book or something like that. Back then there weren't that many recipes out there. It was kind of weird. Like there's not that many recipes were posted online, and the ones that weren't that great. But like I said, the information out there now is like 100 times more than what was out there back then. And if I could do it back then with the lack of information I had in community, then you can definitely do it. All I had was read 80-10-10 and give it a go. But now there's just all these recipes and support forum, like it's crazy. There's so much more going on right now to make it really, really easy. You know, I'm here to support you in any way that I can, and I hope you, you know, ask me questions and use me as a resource. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my stories and stuff, you want more, let me know in the comments below, and I'll tell you more detailed stories. If you really want to know the story of me diving in poop and all that, I can tell you. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, you can always download the shiitake mushrooms out of it. That's an option. And remember, my name is Fruity Ronsta. That was not a Scottish accent at all. And no. My name is Double Organic. Thanks so much for watching. Let's walk the path of health together. Subscribe, get the 6 aspects of health every day. Oh yeah, it's Double Organic. I offer something I call Double Organic Coaching. I even offer it free to one person each month. Got lots of epic recipes and information on health and wellness to share with you. Connect on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. Whoa, look at all those recipes. Those look tasty. Give me some of that. I'm proud to announce the release of my free raw recipe app. Do you want over 100 original raw food recipes in the palm of your hand? Click the links to download or search Double Organic on your phone.